pressure from the other side, but he had enough speed to get away from him for a first down.
And a good run by Mickle. West Meck keeps the drive alive. Bolin back to pass. First down. He's got some pressure, and he's going to be buried. I think number 40 is the man that got to him.
Vincent Guy was also there. They blitzed the quarterback that time. Vincent Guy, number 7, came through, and I believe he was the first one to get to the quarterback.
And Sean Springs was there to help out. So a big loss on the play. It'll be second down. They need about 19 to the first.
This ball game's been played in Harding's territory throughout much of the first quarter. 5:14 left to go here in the first quarter, but still no score.
Hand off inside, and a short gain. Mickle again with the call. He gets it to about the 31-yard line, and it will be third down and about 16.
If West Meck has any trick plays here, it's a good time for them to use them. They have a running back by the name of Stacey McCoy, who during the summer was expected to be the starting quarterback for this ball club. So if he's in a backfield, you might see an option pass. He's number 1 lined up to the left side by the quarterback.
Well, Bolin fakes the handoff, wants to roll out, but cannot get away. Vincent Guy, number 7, is all over him for the sack. And the Harding Rams said, we're going to put pressure on Bolin tonight, and so far, they have done so. They get the sack. It's fourth down. And a punting situation for the Indians. Brian Beatty will be back close to midfield to punt it away. Darren Hart will be deep to receive the punt by Beatty. He's going to kick it away from Hart, and it's going to go out of bounds down around the 10-yard line or thereabouts. We'll see where they mark it. Well, they're going to mark it inside the 10 at about the 6.
Yeah, about the 6-yard line. So they've had 3 drives now, Jeff. They started from the 10 to 20 and now from the 6. And there you see the outstanding head coach of Harding, Tom Knott. I'll tell you what, reading what he says in the paper, he tells you what he thinks. There's no candy coating on the guy. He really comes out and says what he feels.
On first down, Jonathan Byers to the near side. Not a lot of room. He gets it out. Well, he gets out to about the 15. So a pretty good gain, picked up about 9 yards actually on the play. And Byers is the kind of running back that gets better as the game goes on. I talked to Coach Knotts before the game. He said that for the past couple of weeks, Byers was kind of in a slump there towards the mid-season, but has come out of it and is back at full form now, so it could be a very big night for him. And he's starting off as though he has every intention of having one of those big nights. It's time to give this to the backup back, David Petty. Petty gets a short gain out to about the 17. Now, David Petty is another one of those running backs in many ways similar to Byers. We saw him play against West Charlotte in the game that Harding controlled that football game, and Petty played some and looked very impressive during that game. The Rams, third down, they need about 2 for a first down. Ed Lawing, the quarterback. Byers, the lone setback. Pitch to Byers, running around the far side. And the defense of West Meck got over there and stopped Byers from getting the first down, so it brings up a fourth down. So twice the Rams have been stopped on drives so far by the West Meck defense. So the Indian defense is playing the kind of football many people feel they could. But the question is, can they do it throughout the game? It's awfully tough to play 4 quarters against this Harding team. Well, the ball goes out of bounds. It looked like at about the 47. And West Meck again will have good field position. So the Indians have had the blessing of good field position here in the first quarter. We're down to 2:12 now remaining in the first quarter, but they have not been able to put any points on the board. When I talked with Coach Knotts before the game, he said that he feels like West Meck could be a team of destiny. They don't particularly move the ball that well against an opponent. Even Jim Hambacker has said his team has not had a sustained drive against anyone this year, but they come up with the big plays that make things happen. And that's the kind of team that West Meck has been. On first down there, they run it to the inside. They get it to about the 40, so a pickup of about 4. That has to be about the best game they've had on the ground so far on the night. And it brings up a 2nd and 6 for the Indians.
Well, this is their third drive tonight. There you see head coach Jim Hambacher. They started from the 48 of Harding, the 35 of Harding, and now the 45 of the Rams.
Well, they tried to run it back to the far side that time. Number 1 got the call, Stacy McCoy, but the Harding defense was all over it.
I think it was so important early on for West Meck to show some type of a ground attack. Reason being that they can run the ball. It might open up the airways right now. But right now, they're not showing any type of run. And I tell you what, the linemen and defensive backs and linebackers are just going to run in with their ears laid back, rushing the passer.
Well, Bolin that time tried a quick pass. He was looking for number 88, Clayton Bavard. Pass was far short, thus incomplete. Remember, if the Indians could get a drive going, the field position that they have had, they're not that far out of the range of their kicker, Doug Miller. That's unusual for a high school kicker, but Doug Miller has excellent range. And what they needed to do early in the game so far, they've not been able to, is get it close enough to let him put at least some points on the scoreboard. But in effect, they have to punt the football away once again. Hart is going to let it go, and it's going to stop.
Barely made it in. Yep. Stopped at the 1 and then rolled in.
So just about made a spectacular play, but instead they'll bring it out to the 20. So first down and 10 at that point. The Rams on offense again. 1:01 to play here in the first quarter. We have no score. So a bit of a surprise maybe there. There's West Meck coach Jim Hambacher.
He had 5 returning starters off of last year's team. Only 5. No one expected him to have a 7-1 record, probably even himself. And they've been a big surprise this year.
What Coach Hambacher said is when we did the Garinger game, he said he just hoped that they could get better each week as they progress. And they have done that consistently. Byers on first down, carries to the right side. Not a lot of room, picks up a short gain. Maybe about 3 yards on the play. Well, make it 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Harding Rams.
Jim Hambacher also said to be successful this year, they had to be a team that was not injury prone. We've only had 1 starter all year miss a game because of an injury. Just 1. That's unbelievable.
And that certainly has to help a great deal. Well, they're going to go with a late pitch out. Quarterback was in trouble. Did a little dish-off shuffle to Byers. Byers not going to get much out of it, though. Maybe 2 or 3. And it will be 3rd down and 7. West Meck, watch it again.
Watch it play here by number 60, the nose guard, Steve Barber. He stayed at home. Anywhere where Jonathan Byers is going to be, there's going to be at least 1, possibly 2 indents. So there's going to be a trick play involved. It's going to be very tough to spring Byers loose. Maybe someone else, but not Byers.
And so the whistle sounds. We come to the end of the first quarter of play here at Harding High School. The Harding Rams and the West Meck Indians deadlocked, no score. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
When you drink and drive, you're playing a losing game. Get convicted, and you could lose your license for up to 3 years. You could lose your freedom to weekend lockups. And there's always the risk you could lose everything. So don't drink and drive, because in North Carolina, no matter where it stops, you lose.
And welcome back to Harding High School, the 1987 Tri-County Conference Championship game. This is Jeff Harlow along with Randy Lee. We've got the Harding Rams and the West Mecklenburg Indians here at Harding tonight. Harding with a football, 3rd down and 2 situation. No score in the ball game. If you've just joined us, we've seen a first quarter controlled by the defensive units of both teams. Give to Jonathan Byers, who has the first down as he gets it out to about the 34-yard line. A pickup of close to 7 yards on the carry. Jonathan Byers starting off very well. And a 9-yard gain on the last drive. And here he has a 7-yard pickup.
It's only Harding's 3rd first down. West Meck only had 1 first down in defensive controlled first quarter.
Well, they try to pass it. It is deflected by number 24 of the defense, And that was Gerald Hudson, who's playing linebacker tonight. Watch it again. Loing goes back, throws. You couldn't see it there, but Hudson deflected the pass, making it incomplete.
He's 6'2" and got that big right hand up there and knocked that pass down. Good play by Hudson.
It'll be 2nd down and 10. Walker is in motion for Harding. Back to pass is Loing. Throwing. Caught. Darren Hart. And Hart has a 1st down and is in West Meck territory at about the 44-yard line. A pickup of about 20 yards on the play.
How's that for a catch by Darren Hart?
Excellent catch and run afterwards. 6 foot, 163-pound junior.
The Rams are not only Jonathan Byers, they're a balanced attack. They got a good quarterback, Hart's a good receiver, so they can not only run, but they can pass rather well. And we've seen Nader so far in the first half.
On 1st down, they give to Byers. Byers takes it straight up the gut, gets it down to about the 41-yard line, a pickup of about 4. And it will be 2nd down and 6.
That play right there was the first play all night long that Harding has run in West Meck territory. On the other hand, West Meck has not had one offensive play where they have not been in Harding territory.
But even so, no points on the scoreboard. Even with the presence of the field goal kicker, which they have. Well, they run it that time around the far side. Byers breaks it, gets it to about the 35.
Number 24, Gerald Hudson.
That's close to another 1st down. Looks to be about maybe a short yard away from the 1st down, about a yard.
So 3rd down situation facing the Rams. The Rams trying to get a drive going and get some points on the scoreboard. The West Meck's defense has been very tough so far. As Randy said a moment ago, this is the first time Harding has gotten in West Meck territory. Byers gets the call. 3rd down, he only needs a short gain, did not get it. They have done that a couple of times tonight. 3rd and short situations, the Rams go to the bread and butter man Byers, but West Meck's defense has stopped him. And that brings up a 4th down.
Well, 4th and 1 from the 35. Now we see a penalty. That's going to change things completely around. Now I would think West Meck would take the penalty, back them up and make it 3rd and 6 rather than 4th down and about a half yard. But that's a big decision there on Jim Hambacher's part. What is he going to do? He's going to take the penalty and give him another shot at it. Well, it's going to be a big penalty, so there's no question it's a 10-yard penalty.
That's a holding call.
It'll be 3rd down and 11 now instead of 4th and 1.
Holding, so offense. Still 3rd down?
Big penalty.
So the Rams maintain the 3rd down, but they get backed up. Be 3rd down, they need about 11 now. Might be time to go back to the air, maybe again to Darren Hart.
Yeah.
Let's see what they do.
Watch number 3 to bottom of your screen, Darren Hart.
Loing is back to pass. He's got some time now, some pressure coming, and Loing doesn't get away. The Indians have the sack. Number 60 and number 73 were the 2 men that got in there first. That's Steve Barber and Eugene Roberts, both from the right side of the West Meck defensive line.
Barber's had a good first half defensively for the Indians.
And so West Meck's defense holds again.
Going for the block, Jeff. Have 9 men up in the line of scrimmage. Now they peel back.
The punt. McCoy is received it, has it, but has nowhere to go. A flag is down, and McCoy is down.
So he's got some fast feet, doesn't he, McCoy?
But that time just didn't have anywhere to go. Harding had good coverage on the kick.
He only had 1 blocker back there. I didn't see him flip anyone, but must have.
White team on the run back.
Blocked below the knees. That's a 10-yard penalty. First penalty for West Meck this evening.
And at a bad time. Not only did they start in their field position for the first time tonight, but instead of being at about the 20, we're going to back it up. It's going to be probably inside the 10.
Now we'll see how much confidence West Meck has in a freshman quarterback of Maceo Bolin. They're going to let him put it up this deep in their own territory? I seriously doubt it.
Well, I think that they have to use Bolin to some degree. They can't afford to get too one-dimensional.